Alright, so this is going to be my review for the Realm of Shamanock DX. This pretty much is like a very, very long roller coaster ride where instead of a normal typical roller coaster where you go up and down, you start in the Earth's atmosphere and go down the entire way. It's pretty much terrible. I don't know what to say. And this is probably going to be a slightly long review because I'm going to rant about it forever. But before I get to the ranting part, let's look at some of the really good things that the Realm of Shamanock DX has to offer. Alright, now let's look at some of the bad things. Okay, the bad things. Oh, yeah. The bad things. Some of them. Oh, God, I think the entire thing is bad. Alright, well, let's get. Where should I start? I don't know where I should start. Well, okay, for first thing, the overworlds are plain and boring as all hell. I mean, they look terrible. Absolutely freaking terrible. Boring. If you're watching someone play it, chances are you might be falling asleep because I was doing that when TS was playing it. And it's not because he was playing, it was because the quest was entirely boring looking. Alright, levels. Let's start with level 1. Well, when you do level 1 at first, you start to notice some really, really silly stuff. Like, for example, the blocks, yeah, they turn into Armless Knights. You touch a block, it turns into an Armless Knight. What the fuck? Another thing is that the locked doors or the closed doors, it might just be the locked doors. It looks like he went to a regular quest, cut a square out of a locked door, and shoved it into the doorway. It just doesn't look like it fits correctly. Another thing, the boss keys. Yeah, at the version that this was released, you had the option of actually using a boss key into a boss door. No, the boss key is the bait. Now, you might be wondering, like, so what's the big deal about that? Well, you can screw yourself over if you get the bait from one level and decide, oh, I want to do level 2 now. Oh, I got this bait. Oh, permafucked. Oh, too bad. You are officially permafucked. Although, essentially, you can do that once because there's an issue with level 8. I'll get back to that in a moment. Level 2. Oh, good. I like to consider this the prelude to a migraine. You get something very lovable called the blue candle. Except it's not very lovable because you're going to be using it a lot. A lot more than you might think at first. Yes, there's bushes in level 2. There is a lot of bushes. You know what's so special about these bushes? There are secrets hidden under these bushes. But level 2 actually puts the training wheels on for you. You get to hear a tone every time there's a secret in there. It's still a pain, though, because, blue candle, 1 use per room. There's at least 4 to 5 spots you can use this in, so you're going to be entering and exiting the room repeatedly till you can find it. Now, this is a prelude to a migraine, mostly because level 3 is when it starts to get real. There are bushes here again, but this time, there's no lovely tone to let you know when you gotta use the freaking candle. No tone. We can't have it that easy. And apparently there's 4 bushes you have to burn in 4 separate rooms. No tone. You're pretty much burning every single bush in the entire dungeon, exiting and entering the room again to make your blue candle work. Yeah. No. Bad. Most people would have given up when they're at level 2, probably. Level 3 is usually probably the cutoff point for people's sanity, although some people have managed to get to level 4. Level 4. Oh dear, where do I begin with this one? Level 4 seems like a normal level at first. There are 2 exceptions to this rule. The number 1 exception, 255 rupees is a very sad cap to have. So, how about a walk-through wall, the entrance room that leads to the room with big walls? Now, this isn't really uncommon. Usually there's secret rooms, you have like a unmarked room on the map between like 3 or 4 rooms that looks kind of obvious. Level 4, on the other hand, no. You have basically, here's your map. You got columns 2 through 8 have rooms in them. The secret room is in column 1. It's surrounded by 1 room. There is no markings for this room. There is no hint. No nothing. You get diddly shit You have no idea how to find this without stumbling across it. And this is the first walk-through wall in the entire game. It's basically saying that big wall isn't for you. Unless you have someone tell you where it is, or you've been checking every wall in the entire game up to this point, you ain't gonna find it. Now the other issue isn't far from that spot either. The boss key location. Yeah, there's a room with 2 blocks, and if you remember, there is a thing where if you run into a block, it becomes an armless knight. Pretty dumb. Well, the block on the left, if you push it from the left, the right, or the top, try pushing it down, it turns into an armless knight. But if you push it up, it actually works like a block and makes the staircase appear to the boss key. I don't know of anyone that got past level 4, because holy crap, that is cryptic as all hell. Okay, so we go past level 4. There's a little mid-dungeon on the way. I hope you're pushing every single block, because there's a key hiding on one of them. That other boss key, I don't remember, and I really don't care. Level 5. Oh my god. Welcome to the beginning of the levels where the music starts to grate on your ears. Yes. Oh, by the way, the dungeon looks very ugly as all hell, too. Just to let you know. I mean, the floor looks like outlet plugs, and the walls look abso-fucking-terrible. So level 5, level 5, level 5, level 5. Oh boy, this level is kind of interesting. So interesting that you can obtain 2 whistles in this level. Yeah, I suppose one of them wasn't intentional. The one I'm referring to requires pushing an invisible floor tile. No, not a block, not a block. It's a floor tile that you can't see, but you push it to make a staircase appear. Yeah. Sounds fun, isn't it? Well, there's another thing to this level that's really irritating. Well, you get the sword here, which is nice, but the blue tunic is also hidden here. But like the big wall, it's, another off-the-map room surrounded by only one room, and guess what? It's in the first bombable wall room in the entire quest. Now, I can understand maybe going without the big wall at finishing the game, but you do not want to go without the blue tunic. I mean, you could probably try to survive without it, because it's easy to get the red tunic, and I'll explain why in just a moment. But you don't want to go without the blue tunic, especially with level 6, because we're about to talk about bullshit. Really starts there. Level 6. If you haven't noticed, level 4 and 5, you haven't seen a single bush. Well, level 6 makes up for it. There's 1,000 bushes in this level, and I mean, there's a ton of bushes. And you, with your little weak blue candle, I don't think you're going to be able to do very well here without a red candle, which you can actually find in this level. But, like the last 2 levels, level 4 and 5, and the big wall of blue tunic, oh my gosh! Once again, it's in an unmarked room. Actually, it's the second unmarked room. There's 2! 2! Well, the first one requires bombing a random wall, or walking through a random wall, I can't remember which. And then the second one requires the other one. If you walk through the wall originally, it's then you bomb, or if you bomb, you walk through the wall. Either way, it's stupidly hidden, just like the last 2 items. And red candle is something you really want, because there's a lot of bushes in this level. And a lot of hidden keys. There's also another bullshit hidden item, also known as Joe Cracker's 9. Use it to put a cap in your enemies. It's essentially a wand shaped like a gun. It looks stupid. The text sounds stupid, and you actually hear that earlier on from another thing, like some kind of text error. Yeah, level 6, it sucks. Level 7, I actually don't remember too much of this level. I actually don't think level 7 was terrible, which is very interesting to say because most of them are terrible. But I don't think level 7 had the terribleness surrounding it. At least I don't remember anything really bad about this level, which is why I say that. I think you get like the hook shot here and something like that, but overall the level wasn't that bad. I think there was like some one-way areas that take you back in your start, but for the most part, I don't think this one was as bad. Level 8. Oh boy. Level 8 seems to have quite a lot of problems with it. First of all, there are, let's see here, I think it was 12 underpassages in this entire level. So, level 8, yeah, you're going to be going underground a lot. A lot of warping. The red ring is here, so you can get that if you know which block to push. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, and there's also an amulet and stuff. But the biggest thing about level 8, oh dear, the biggest thing about level 8. You don't actually need the boss key to finish level 8. No, you don't. You can go backdoor into the Triforce room. I shit you not. You can easily actually do that. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You don't actually have to do the whole level. You just go get the, you know, Triforce and go. I actually think there's a boss in the Triforce room too, if I recall correctly, and that's actually pretty dumb. And then after that, you got the nice little another path to the final area. It's a very long path. There's a bonus dungeon on the way to this path, but I'll talk about that in a moment. At the end of this path, it's another little mini dungeon. It feels like a longer dungeon, more of an indoor path rather. And on the way, you'll come up to a series of rooms. Now, this is completely optional, and unfortunately, I didn't have the right equipment when I did this. There are a series of 8 rooms. They each have a death knight in them, or at least a death knight. Now, I should have done is got the fire boomerang beforehand, I will admit that, but still, it's ridiculous. The first 6 rooms, you're fighting a death knight, just one death knight. Fire boomerang, pretty easy to get through. Room 7, you've pretty much got 4 fireball shooters and a death knight. Yeah, better to play this one safe. Since I didn't have the fire boomerang, I just used all the shots reflecting at the death knight. But then comes the 8th room. Okay, welcome to the King of Bullshit room. You think the first 7 rooms were fairly easy up to this point, or really difficult? Yeah, this room's the bullshit level. I hope you brought a full potion and have a lot of health, because you're going to need it. Because this room, oh boy. There's at least 10 Death Knights and a cracked rock in there. No using door strats either. You don't have slash. So, or maybe you do have slash. I don't think you do, though. So, yeah, pretty much walk in door, hang in quarter, and hope to God you're lucky enough to kill all of them and not die. And the magic key is yours. Not that it's all that useful either way, but still, saves a little bit of time for the final levels. Yeah, actually, I will be honest. The music for the final levels, at least the first 3 castles, was actually pretty good. In my opinion, it was actually the best track in the game, which doesn't say a lot because all the rest of the music tracks suck. Level 1, pretty your typical long level, going through, finding hidden passages, not that many, but hidden objects under blocks, yada yada yada. Level 2, it's basically level 8 times 2, almost. Instead of 1,200 passages, there's 20. And here's a problem with the quest. When you beat the second area, you can't go backwards. It's the point of no return. There's no going back. Period. So if for any weird reason, I don't know why. Oh, well, I totally did want to go back and do the Death Knight chain room because I didn't do that the first time. You can't. You have to start the entire quest all over again. Yeah, whistle warps don't work here. And I'll go into detail about that in a moment, too. Castle 3, it's pretty much a simple side-scrolling. It's really easy, I don't care. Level 4, the 4th one, boss rush. Up to the final boss, you beat the boss. Really nothing here. The music on the outskirts outside is basically pulled from, I think, an Oracle Aegis track, except it has a bad loop, and if you hear it on repeat, it's going to drive you insane real quick. Okay, so let me get to some more nitty-gritty stuff here and there. I'm already going over 13 minutes. I still have more to talk about. Go me! Alright, well, whistle warps. Okay, whistle warps. Whistle warps are broken. I don't know if it's the quest or 2.5. I'm leaning on the quest, but you never know. So whistle warps can take you anywhere between gray screens or level 6, 7, 8. And I'm not talking outside level 6, 7, 8. No, I'm talking inside. You can essentially get the red ring early. Kind of. You need. I tried to get it early by whistle warping into level 8 because you whistle warp like either into or the room before the red ring. But you have to have level 6's power bracelet to even get through there, so it doesn't matter. Some of the under passages require the bracelet, some don't. I have no idea why. But whistle warps are completely and utterly broken in this quest. Now, finding the levels really isn't that hard. I mean, you can find the levels pretty simple, but the bonus level. Okay, the bonus level. The bonus level. The bonus level. The bonus level. That one bonus level. The extra level. The level that's only in the DX version. You're not going to believe me if I told you this. And unless you saw me play it. To get inside the bonus level, on the path towards level 9, you have to use your red candle to burn a rock. You have to use your red candle to burn a rock. To burn a rock. Red candle, rock. What the fuck? You get some nifty items there, though. I will say that, which is pretty neat. Especially the flippers, where you can swim in the water and swim to the nearest gray screens because this quest is so terrible. Overall, this quest is just... it's just all bad. I can't really think of anything positive about this quest. It's just a very bad experience, and that's why this quest gets a horrifyingly depressing score of a 0 out of 5, and I can't believe I wasted my time playing this. Holy shit. 0 out of 5. And yet people really want me to play the Realm of Shamanock original, and I don't know why. And I don't know if I want to. And I don't know if I will ever, but we'll see in the future. I don't want to. I really don't. So that's it. Have a good day.